Today I want to talk about lying marketers, scams, and the dark side of closer culture. That's tricky. Say that 3 times fast. Closer culture. So I heard it through the grapevine a little bit ago that somebody who I look up to who has a successful business in the marketing space, who has been kind of a shooting star in terms of fast success. Well, I heard it through the grapevine that they actually have about 40% of their customers actually go through their banks and do a chargeback, which means that these people don't even feel like they can turn to the merchant and get a refund. They actually feel like they have to go to the bank and get the bank on their side to get a refund of the money that they spent. Now, there's all sorts of things going on that would contribute to that. But what I can tell you is that it's a broken business if that's the case, because the purpose of a business is not just to take as much money as you can get out of your customers, your clients' pockets. And if you're beating your chest about how awesome you are as a marketer, as a salesperson, as a closer, but that's what's going on behind the scenes, like that's not a good business. That's not a sustainable business. That's because to me, like, I don't know, call me old fashioned. But if your business is relying on the 60% of people who don't feel like they have to get their banks involved to get their money back, then your business is not like providing value. It's not providing real value to the community. And heck, I deal with people who ask for refunds, and I don't love it. And actually, in most of the cases that I've been able to look at in terms of people who've asked for refunds recently, I actually think that they kind of fall in that camp of the deceptive people because they use a bunch of my training, and I'm implementing policies to prevent that kind of abuse. But if you have legitimately unhappy customers, and they don't even feel like they can turn to you to like set things straight, you're running a scam. You're not running a business. You're not running an ethical business. And that's just not, like, life is long, right? And your job in business, your job as a marketer, your job in closing sales shouldn't be to see how many sales you can get away with. Like how far we can push the line into deception or into like pressure in terms of closing that people, just part with their money. It should be, how can we legitimately build as much value as possible to make it as easy as possible for people to say yes. And, frankly, the very first issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets was, it referenced Darth Vader with an e-commerce shopping cart. And it talked about one of my early mentors, Ken McCarthy, who built the Systems Seminar, which was the place where many of today's biggest marketing gurus actually met each other and learned internet marketing. And Ken is actually the guy that created traffic plus conversion equals profits as like the formula for success online. Now, other people have clearly run with that. And Ken is in semi-retirement. He also spoke at the Titans of Direct Response. And Ken told me, he will never be as successful as many of his students are financially. But that's fine because he will always, always, always stick to being the ethical marketer, like never promising more than he can substantiate with the truth. And, for me, I'm a Nebraska kid, born and raised in Nebraska. It's like the good life where it is not like, it's not a flashy state, right? But I would much rather like maintain that integrity as a marketer, as a salesperson, and make sure that like everything that I'm doing is in the best interests of everybody involved, than operate a business where 40% of my customers are so unhappy that they have to get the bank on their side. And then even worse, this person, and I don't want to name them, but this person goes around tooting their own horn about like how successful they are and how awesome they are at closing. Well, if your closer culture, like if you're all about the close, but you have that many people coming around the backside, unhappy, like something is wrong with that like forcing people to close the sale. Something is wrong in your business if that's how you're running your business. Business is not about deception and about like taking the most advantage of the most people who are the biggest suckers. It's about actually creating value in the world and providing value to your clients and getting paid for the value that you provide. And your goal should absolutely be, or at least my goal is, to deliver 10 to 100 times more value than I ever asked for in money. And my happy clients who stick with me for years are a reflection of that. So I don't know. That's what I have for you today. Not some closing tactic or anything like that. But if you're playing this for the long run, like if you don't want to be a flash in the pan who's really successful one day and then in trouble the next, you really like think about your business as starting with customer satisfaction. Think about your business as starting with the value that you're delivering, and then focus on how to show as many prospects as possible the value that you do indeed provide. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Let me know, like, what's your reaction? Would you be happy running a business with 40% chargebacks? You already know my opinion. What's yours? Leave a comment below. Like this video if you agree, even if you disagree, so that the magical algorithms of the internet will share it with more people like you and share with you more content like this. If you know somebody specifically who would get value out of this, you can also share it with them directly. And subscribe. You can follow me here. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com, where I talk about marketing, copywriting, business building, selling, direct response, and more, but always from that like underlying foundation of integrity, because if you're not living a life of integrity, like what are you even doing with yourself? Again, my name is Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. I hope that you've gotten some value here in terms of living your own good life, and I look forward to seeing you again in your next video. I'll see you soon. Bye.